Today, we will analyze PT Indofood's business model using the Business Model Canvas, with a specific focus on its iconic instant noodle brand, Indomie. PT Indofood is one of Indonesia's largest food companies. Through PT Indofood CBP Sukses Makmur Tbk, it built Indomie into a globally recognized food brand. Indomie was introduced in 1972 and has grown from an Indonesian daily food product into a global brand sold in more than 100 countries. Its strength comes from affordability, wide distribution, large-scale manufacturing, strong taste, and the ability to adapt flavors to local and international markets. In this session, we will review the 9 BMC blocks to understand how Indofood creates, delivers, and captures value through Indomie. Important note, this analysis is based on business observation and general public information. It is not an official document from PT Indofood. 1. Customer segments. Indomie serves a broad mass market. The first segment is low to middle-income consumers who want affordable, filling, and easy-to-prepare food. The second segment is middle-class families that use Indomie as a quick meal option or pantry stock. The third segment includes students, young people, and young professionals who need fast, inexpensive, and convenient food. The fourth segment is the international market, including consumers in Africa, the Middle East, Southeast Asia, and Indonesian diaspora communities. The fifth segment includes small food sellers, warungs, canteens, and food stalls that use Indomie as a base ingredient. Analysis. Indomie's strength is its ability to serve many segments with one simple, accessible product. It works for customers seeking low price, convenience, and emotional familiarity. However, consumers increasingly want healthier, lower sodium, premium, and lifestyle-relevant options. Strategic commentary. Indofood can defend the mass market while expanding into health-conscious consumers, premium buyers, young digital customers, and localized global markets. Sharper segmentation will help Indomie compete against local brands, international brands, and other fast meal alternatives. 2. Value proposition. Indomie's core value proposition is affordable, tasty, fast, convenient, and widely available food. For many consumers, Indomie is more than instant noodles. It is comfort food, nostalgic food, and part of everyday life. Its key value drivers are affordability, quick preparation, iconic taste, wide flavor variety, global adaptability, and emotional familiarity. Variants such as mie goreng are memorable because they offer a strong and differentiated flavor. Indomie can also be eaten simply or transformed into creative dishes in homes, warungs, canteens, and restaurants. Analysis. Indomie wins through the combination of price, taste, availability, brand recognition, and cultural relevance. It is a low-cost product with strong brand equity, consistent flavor, mass market trust, and emotional connection. However, future value must address health, nutrition, better ingredients, and changing expectations among younger consumers. Strategic commentary. Indofood can strengthen the proposition with low sodium, high protein, natural ingredient, different portion size, and premium variants. It should preserve Indomie's core strength, affordable and tasty, while adding health, premiumization, sustainability, and lifestyle relevance. 3. Channels. Indomie uses a broad channel network covering traditional retail, modern retail, e-commerce, international distribution, and out-of-home food channels. Traditional channels include warungs, small grocery stores, traditional markets, and convenience stores across urban, suburban, and rural areas. Modern channels include supermarkets, hypermarkets, mini-markets, and retail chains that support household purchases and pantry stocking. Digital channels include Tokopedia, Shopee, Lazada, and online grocery platforms, which support bulk purchases and younger digital consumers. International distributors and retail partners help Indomie penetrate markets such as Nigeria, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, and other countries. Food stalls, canteens, and small food businesses also use Indomie as a base product for prepared meals. Analysis. Indomie's channel strength is its deep and broad distribution across formal and informal retail networks. The product is available in large supermarkets and small neighborhood shops, making it easy to buy for planned and impulse purchases. However, digital channels and customer data capabilities can still be strengthened. Strategic commentary. Indofood should balance traditional distribution with stronger digital channel expansion. E-commerce, family bundles, monthly subscriptions, marketplace campaigns, and delivery collaborations can strengthen engagement with modern consumers. 4. Customer relationships. Indomie has a strong customer relationship because the brand is deeply embedded in Indonesian food culture. The first driver is product consistency. Consumers know what they will get every time they buy Indomie. The second driver is nostalgia and emotion, linked to student life, family meals, travel, late-night eating, and affordable comfort food. The third driver is marketing, social media, competitions, sponsorships, and community campaigns. The fourth driver is user-generated content, including recipes, cooking methods, challenges, and personal Indomie stories. The fifth driver is product flexibility, where consumers customize Indomie with eggs, vegetables, meat, sauces, and other toppings. Analysis. Indomie is not just a food brand. It is a cultural brand with strong emotional relevance. This makes it hard to replace because consumers buy familiarity, memory, and trust. However, younger generations now have more instant food, healthy meal, digital native brand, and global food options. Strategic commentary. Indofood should refresh customer relationships through digital content, recipe campaigns, collaborations, limited editions, and youth-relevant storytelling. The goal is to keep Indomie part of everyday food identity, whether as a quick meal, nostalgic comfort food, or a base for creative cooking. 5. Revenue streams. Indofood's main revenue stream through Indomie comes from instant noodle sales in domestic and international markets. The first stream is individual pack sales through grocery stores, warungs, supermarkets, and mini-markets. The second stream is multi-pack and bulk sales to households, institutions, food stalls, and small businesses. The third stream comes from premium or specialized variants with added ingredients, different textures, larger portions, or exclusive flavors. The fourth stream comes from export markets where Indomie is already highly recognized. Additional revenue can come from related products, bundle promotions, brand collaborations, and digital commerce campaigns. Analysis. Indomie's revenue strength is large volume and repeat purchases across many customer groups, retail channels, and markets. Instant noodles are frequently bought, easy to store, and resilient across economic conditions. However, margins are exposed to wheat, oil, spices, packaging, energy, and logistics costs. Strategic commentary. Indofood should maintain its low-priced core product while expanding premium variants, healthier products, family packs, and export innovation. High volume combined with selective premiumization can improve profitability without weakening mass market access. 6. Key resources. Key resources are the assets that allow Indofood to deliver Indomie at scale, with consistency, availability, and cost efficiency. The first resource is the Indomie brand, which has strong equity in Indonesia and several global markets. The second resource is large-scale manufacturing capacity, which supports high-volume production and cost efficiency. The third resource is the supply chain, covering wheat, oil, spices, seasonings, packaging, and logistics. The fourth resource is the distribution network, from small warungs to large supermarkets and international markets. The fifth resource is product R&D, including new flavor development and local taste adaptation. The sixth resource is workforce and operational expertise across manufacturing, marketing, quality, distribution, and export management. Analysis. Indomie has a difficult-to-copy combination of brand strength, production scale, deep distribution, market knowledge, and operational discipline. This allows Indofood to keep costs low while reaching a very large market. However, dependence on global raw materials can create risk when commodity prices fluctuate. Strategic commentary. Indofood should continue strengthening supply chain integration, automation, innovation, and demand analytics. Future resources should include consumer data, digital capability, sustainable sourcing, and energy-efficient manufacturing. 7. Key activities. Key activities are the actions Indofood must perform daily to keep Indomie efficient, consistent, and scalable. The first activity is large-scale instant noodle production with consistent quality. The second activity is supply chain management to secure raw materials at competitive cost. The third activity is food safety and quality control to protect consumer trust and regulatory compliance. The fourth activity is distribution and logistics to keep products available across retail and export channels. The fifth activity is product development and flavor innovation for local and international markets. The sixth activity is marketing and branding to maintain Indomie's position as a preferred consumer brand. The seventh activity is export management and international distributor relationships. Analysis. Indofood's key strength is disciplined large-scale execution across production, quality control, distribution, marketing, and exports. In instant noodles, success depends on taste, production efficiency, distribution accuracy, quality consistency, and competitive pricing. However, mature markets require continuous innovation to prevent customers from switching. Strategic commentary. Indofood should continue investing in automation, R&D, digital marketing, channel data, and regional flavor innovation. The key is to keep Indomie affordable, convenient, tasty, and relevant without compromising quality consistency. 8. Key partnerships. Key partnerships help Indofood optimize operations, reduce risk, and expand market reach. The first partners are raw material suppliers for wheat, oil, spices, seasoning, and packaging. The second partners are distributors, wholesalers, supermarkets, mini-markets, grocery stores, and warungs. The third partners are international distributors that support expansion in foreign markets. The fourth partners are e-commerce platforms and marketplaces that support digital sales and bulk buying. The fifth partners are marketing agencies, media companies, event organizers, and promotion partners. The sixth partners are logistics and warehousing providers that support large volume product movement. Analysis. Partners make Indomie available everywhere, from large supermarkets to small stores, canteens, food stalls, and export channels. Indomie's strength is not only in factories, but also in its wide distribution and trade partner network. However, global expansion requires strong local partners who understand regulations, taste preferences, and retail dynamics. Strategic commentary. Indofood should build strong local partners in key export markets such as Africa, the Middle East, and Southeast Asia. Partnerships with distributors, modern retail, e-commerce, logistics, and local marketing players can strengthen Indomie's global position while protecting cost efficiency. 9. Cost structure. Indomie's cost structure reflects a mass market model built on low price, high volume, and large-scale distribution. Main costs include raw materials, production, packaging, logistics, distribution, marketing, labor, and food safety compliance. Raw materials such as wheat, oil, spices, and seasonings are major cost components because Indomie is produced at very high volume. Production costs include factory operations, machinery, energy, maintenance, quality control, and automation. Packaging must be durable, light, low-cost, visually attractive, and suitable for long-distance distribution. Logistics and distribution costs include warehouses, transportation, distributor relationships, and stock management. Marketing costs include advertising, retail promotions, digital campaigns, sponsorships, and brand-building activities. Analysis. Indomie's main cost challenge is maintaining low prices while facing raw material, energy, logistics, and exchange rate pressure. Because the model depends heavily on volume, operational efficiency is critical to protect margins. If costs rise but prices cannot increase much, Indofood must find savings without damaging taste, quality, safety, or trust. Strategic commentary. Indofood should improve automation, demand planning, raw material purchasing, packaging design, and logistics management. The best cost strategy is to maintain scale, reduce waste, increase productivity, and protect margins without reducing customer value. Closing. Through the business model canvas, we can see that Indomie is not just an instant noodle product. It is a mass consumer food business model built on affordability, strong taste, deep distribution, large-scale production, and cultural brand strength. Indomie succeeds because Indofood understands a basic consumer need: food that is cheap, fast, tasty, easy to store, and easy to find. Future challenges include cost pressure, demand for healthier options, global competition, changing youth preferences, and continuous product innovation. The main lesson from Indofood's BMC is that a mass food brand must master relevant products, scalable operations, and powerful distribution. Indomie succeeds because it is not only on store shelves. It is part of customers' daily lives.